Welcome to the TouchAllFour Baseball Podcast. We hope you enjoy the following presentation of the only podcast with two Brads on it.
So it's been a little time. Bradley looks like Casper's ugly brother. But we're back.
Great intro, Brad. I love the structure that we have at TAF. This is incredible.
There's no structure in the beginning anymore. The beginning is structure free from now on.
We've lost our privilege for structure.
No structure. We go from point A to B, all the way to Z, back to B, maybe to F. Who knows? Put in a 1, 2, 3 right there. Anything can happen. Especially when you look like that. Holy shit, I can't even focus. So it's been a while since we were gone. Albert Pujols, biggest accomplishment of the season. 700 ding-dongs. 699 and 700, same game. Incredible. Now, I don't know if any of you saw this. I saw it on Twitter after he hit it, but, it makes you think wonder if Major League or professional sports are scripted, because some guy, can't remember who it was, on MLB Network was talking about it, saying, sorry, Cardinals fans, Albert Pujols is going to hit 700 on a Friday in September in Dodger Stadium. How do you predict that? How do you throw that out there and just yeah, that's going to happen?
Some people win the lottery. Some people get lucky on hot takes like that.
I mean, do we have the sports betting book from Back to the Future? Or
nothing? Okay.
I didn't hear you. I was talking. What?
Yeah, he's a Cardinal fan. His name's Greg Amsinger, by the way, too. Hey, nice.
That's who it was.
Brad. Yeah, figure the fuck out.
I don't want to hear it, Casper.
Listen, okay. All right, so Pujols, 700 home runs, huh? Fellas, how we feeling?
I can't imagine there would be any feat this season that could top Pujols' 700 home runs.
I mean, this has to highlight the entire season.
Might as well give him MVP, really.
Yeah. I mean, who else has done anything?
Between Pujols, Goldie, and Arenado, I'm down. I am
down there you go. Just give the whole Cardinals team the National League MVP. Sure, why not?
At this point,
national MVP.
Brendan Donovan should win Rookie of the Year if it wasn't for Spencer Strider.
Your National League MVP, the second best team in the league.
That's okay. That's okay. We take what we can get here in Redbird land.
I mean, honestly, guys, can you think of anything else that's even significant to talk about at this point? I mean, 700 home runs. Come on, what can top that? What can even come close to that?
You know what can come close to that?
Kurt go from first to third one time.
That's pretty impressive.
I have one thing that might come close to that.
Yeah.
The Cubs and Phillies have been playing against each other for 130 years, and neither of them had ever swept the other until the Cubs tonight completed a 3-game sweep of the Phillies
and knocked the Phillies out of playoff contention,
and gave the Brewers a playoff spot, unfortunately. Well, unless they lose to the Marlins tonight. I think if they lose to the Marlins tonight, they're still a half game back.
They own the tiebreaker, so there'd be a game and a half technically, because the half game counts as a full, so it'd be a game and a half. It's fucked up how they do that, but
it would be a game and a half right now. But then, once the Brewers lost, wouldn't it go back to being a full game then?
I forgot what they were going into today, as I thought it was a full. But I don't know. Either way, if it's a half game at the end of completion of all games, the Phillies own the 1-game tiebreaker against them. So effectively, the Brewers are, if they're a half back, they're actually a game and a half back. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. So there's a little bit of hope, but I swear to fucking God, if the Cardinals make the playoffs, do all this in the second half just to draw the Brewers and then lose to Corbin Burns and Brandon Woodruff, I'm gonna blow my brains out. I can't.
There's no way they'd lose to
Brewers.
The Brewers
just lost. Brewers just lost 4-2 to Miami.
There you go.
Okay, so the wild card race remains intact. It's gonna be a net 0 in that case.
The Phillies still feel hell bent to not make the playoffs, though. They're just.
Oh yeah.
They're going to be close. They're going to be cutting it close, especially because now you get swept by the Cubs. You got no momentum at all. I mean, they got blanked tonight by 3 Cubs homegrown pitching prospects, by the way. Javier Assad, Brandon Hughes, and Keegan Thompson. That's his name.
Hughes, your daddy. Mm-hmm. You know what? I was thinking about
You're
this.
Damn right. The 2023 Cubs are coming.
I was thinking about this. The Sox weren't they like, didn't they have the second best odds to make the World Series this year going into the season? And now you have the Cubs, which are 7 games behind the Sox, and the Cubs completely sold house and gave up hope for the season, and the Sox had World Series aspirations. I find that pretty significant, actually. That might come close to, the 700.
I will say, I don't want to be a hater, but it did bring a little smile to my face seeing a tweet that said the White Sox have been eliminated from playoff contention.
I thought it was comical. Hey,
sad state of affairs.
Go read my blog about what the Sox can do better in 2023. Got a little bit of activity on that. Got into an argument with a guy on Twitter comments. Pretty good.
That's a great place to end up on a 9:30 on a Tuesday, Brad.
Oh, yeah. It was a little earlier. It was a little earlier. Somebody was trying to tell me that. Somebody was trying to tell me that the Yasmani Grandal signing for the Sox was like the worst thing ever, and he sucks and everything. And then I just had to pull out stats. Just had to prove him wrong.
Don't tell me you defended Yasmani Grandal.
Dude,
don't
it was on the TAF account too, you bastard.
Sorry, either one.
No, your voice does not represent the other views of the TAF members. Grandal sucks. Okay.
All right, listen. You follow every Cardinal
you pay
account.
him $18 million a year to be the 17th best catcher in baseball.
Dude, listen.
No. Listen.
Nothing.
And Larry Garcia, add him into that. It's terrible.
Oh no, I'm not defending Lurie. No, I did that enough last year, and he never.
Your day will come.
Oh no, I'm not answering for Lurie. No, no, I like Yasmani. He gets on base. He's a good defensive catcher. Yes, he's slower than molasses in December, and he doesn't really hit for high average, but he gets on base. He slugs. This year, he's not doing any of that, so I can understand where,
he's bad.
We're going to ignore this
Stop
season.
trying to justify this.
All I heard is the Moneyball term.
Gets on base. I mean, Bradley, every year so far in his career, except this year, his WRC plus has been over 100. He's been better than Major League average.
He's not at like a point in his career where you can really expect him to get any better than he has been in the past.
No, but
he had a bad year this year.
Like,
is he really likely to bounce back next year, or is he just going to get? We might bounce back a little bit, but what if?
I don't think he can get worse than this.
Well, what if he is, or what if he's even similar to this?
Well, if he gets worse, if he gets worse, then I'll eat my own words there. All right, but I don't think he will.
Okay, what about marginal
improvement? Document this.
Still, you're still not liking
mark it
what
down.
you get out of.
Mark it down. I'm not Bradley. I can admit when I'm wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Try to shoot off stray arrows when you're already wounded. No, you lay there and die with dignity. Okay,
hey, man. I will.
Terrible.
Using
we get the White
tactics.
Sox. I'm already fired up, and we just started this.
All right, well, guys, what's going to get Bradley even more riled up?
So, Pujols is 7th. Oh man, home run, huh? I can't talk. We already knew this.
Yeah.
Nobody can talk about him being actually a good signing this year.
Go on. You have the spotlight right now. We can tell by the bright ass light in your face.
Yeah, actually, and it's on my back. Thank you.
Yeah,
it's like the sun.
Go on.
And the sun peeking out of the corner of your screen there on the left side.
Let's go, Casper.
Hey, I mean, the second half, he's been like a top 5 hitter, and it's just crazy to think about. They just keep pitching to him. I mean, it could be a little bit of like, hey, Albert, I mean, I'm not too naive.
A little bit, give Albert a meatball here and there, what
Yeah, in 30 years, he's got to be talking to their grandsons. Hey, look at that guy on the TV. I gave him a homer.
He's actually hitting the ball hard. Like, we went to Arizona, and I think he hit like 3 doubles in 2 nights. It's crazy. He just smoked. Like, he looks like vintage Albert. I mean, there might, I'm sure he's getting the best treatment they can offer. Wink, wink. Don't test him for steroids that help him recover a little bit faster. But it's fine. He's not adding muscle at this point in his life. I don't know. I just I can't believe it.
Movie magic.
I think everybody had hopes for it, but nobody actually realistically thought that Pujols was going to get 21 home runs this season at age 73.
He hit 10, and I'm like, he's going to finish with 15, and I'm going to feel good about it because it's cool. He hit 15 home runs, but he's not going to get there.
I mean, I didn't think he'd get more than 150 at bats this year.
Oh fuck yeah,
No,
lefties.
I could have seen
Him
that
and
one for the
Goldschmidt are
retirement
like
tour.
1 and 2 and like
I guess,
not
but like,
OPS.
I don't know.
OPS against lefties in baseball. Pujols and Goldschmidt, of all people, like the top hitters in baseball against lefties. Now remember that come postseason
Because
time.
I was expecting them to go out and trade for a DH, I guess, but they were just gonna keep
Like
rolling.
Corey Dickerson. I mean, he kind of hits against righties, Pujols hits against lefties. It's a whole deal.
He started off the season terrible, but he's not doing so bad as of late.
No, he's going to end up like 240 something, but after what he started as, it's going to be. We're going to look back at the $5 million we gave him and thought, the 2.5 wins that we bought with that is fantastic.
When we went to the Cardinals Blue Jays game there, I believe his batting average was a 111 at that point.
It was bad. He was terrible.
terrible.
He wasn't playing that
terrible.
much, like honestly, even to that point. Like that was May 23rd, I think we went.
It was early in the year.
It was early, but he started off terrible.
Yeah, that was probably like a 111 average through his first like 40 at bats. It was pretty rough.
It was rough.
I want to say, I know for a fact. And when did the Cardinals and Cubs play the first 5-game series at Wrigley? That was like the middle of June, like June 15th ish.
Yeah.
It took him until then. It was like the second game of that series for him to hit his first home run of the year.
Of course it did. I mean,
Lars Nootbaar has 14.
No.
I don't know.
It's great. Nootbaar is actually, that's somebody to watch out for. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? But he gives me Ryan Ludwig vibes, just from the left side.
Someone to watch out for on the trade block this offseason, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's fine. At this point, Dylan Carlson's doing me nothing. Go trade for Shane Bieber. Just a thought.
All right. Hey, Bradley, remember the bet I made with you? If the Cardinals make it to the World Series, I'll get a jersey.
Yeah, I get to pick out which Cardinal jersey you get.
Yeah, I was gonna.
I told you I was gonna give you a Tommy Edman. I thought.
I was gonna.
Or Tyler O'Neill.
Hint. Yeah, it was gonna be a Tyler O'Neill. I was gonna hint like, hey, go give me a Pujols jersey. Come on. It's just gonna throw
at that point, it loses luster. I mean, you should just go have a Pujols jersey on your own because he's.
I understand that. I know, but if I'm gonna get a free jersey, like I might as well just try and persuade you.
Oh no, I'm going to get you into some Cardinal fandom is the thing. That's why it's going to be Tyler. It's going to be a Brendan Donovan, a Tommy Edman, maybe Lars Nootbaar, or Tyler O'Neill kind of guy. We're going to get you into like the second level.
You're never going to get me past the first. The first level is just knowing there exists.
I know you would wear a Tyler O'Neill jersey. Don't lie to me, Brad. You would love to like feel his like pure strength in one of his jerseys.
Listen, if you got me a Tyler O'Neill, if you got me a Tyler O'Neill jersey, I would have to be in the gym every day for about 3 months, just working strictly arms to fill out those sleeves like he does.
Who gives a shit? It's something to work for.
I think Brad wants a Brandon Kisner jersey since he's so, such a big catcher.
Andrew?
Guy. Yeah.
Actually, I'll get you what if I just got you like a Mason Winter, Jordan Walker?
Give me Yadier Molina's game-worn cup.
No.
Did you see that fan? Did you see a fan requested Higgy's cup from the Yankees? Kyle Higashioka.
Higashioka.
Yep. Higashi. Yeah. I can't say it still, and you just said it. But a fan requested that for one of Judge's home run balls, and he responded and said, "I can make that happen," which I thought was pretty funny.
Okay. I do have a question.
7.
Particular to Joey, because you think about like wild card races at this point, it's pretty much the American League, just how are the 3 going to line up that are already in.
Yep.
The National League is pretty much the Brewers and Phillies. What's going to happen there? I'm trying to think strategically because if I'm Cleveland, I kind of want to play the Rays.
You either want the Rays or the Mariners.
I don't want the Mariners. I can't.
Really?
I don't think I can beat Robbie Ray and Luis Castillo.
But they don't have they have the same problem the Rays do. They have great pitching. They have no bats. Outside of Julio Rodriguez, they have Julio Rodriguez if he's healthy. But outside of that,
let me put it this way: I like Ty France exponentially more than I like Yandy Diaz, and that is the difference for me because everybody else is the same across the board.
Yeah. No, the Rays are definitely the weak link right now. It's bad. So basically, like strategically, you don't want to. I just got to double check how it's going to shape up, but yeah, because right now, if the standings stay as they are, Tampa would play the Blue Jays, and the Guardians would play the Mariners. That kind of sounds like a bum deal for the Guardians.
Yeah, kind of. So if I'm the Rays, you're gonna have to walk me through this. I really don't want to play Seattle. I'm sorry.
They always play the Blue Jays competitive though, so it's like it's not the end of the road for them right now. They get to Houston, they're fucked.
Yeah,
everyone's fucked if they get to Houston. Houston's gonna run through this postseason. It's gonna be it's gonna be tough to watch. I don't know. Houston might not lose more than 2 games the whole postseason.
Yeah, they're just so complete. I don't see any AL team like Houston should be winning all these series 80% of the time.
Hey, if Jesse Winker and Eugenio Suarez get hot for the Mariners, look out. They go on a run.
Hey, Suarez.
Yes, those 2 names I look for.
Suarez still hit 30 homers this year.
Yeah, he's a freak.
So if I'm the Rays,
yes.
I don't want to play Seattle. I don't think I can beat their pitching staff. I don't want to play Cleveland because their only strength is their pitching staff.
Yeah.
I think I want to play Toronto because their pitching staff is their worst portion. The bullpen's decent.
Honestly, that's probably their best bet at this point. Because I feel like the Rays pitchers have navigated Toronto's lineup fine this whole season. Like, there's some ugly games on occasion because that's just what Toronto does to people. They're eventually going to get to you. But in general,
some motherfucker named Randy just always ruins my day whenever the Rays play the Blue Jays.
Playoff Ramsey will be back. He always shows up this time.
And now we get to the part of the program where they trap themselves exactly why I wanted to take this conversation.
Yeah.
Well, first of all,
Mr. Blue Jay and Mr. Ray, I need you to each argue your side.
Blue Jays clinch playoff berth. So let's take a moment for a little golf clap here. Thank you. No, I agree. The starting pitching for the Blue Jays. I mean, Kevin Gausman, he started off the season on fire, but he's been inconsistent as of late. Alek Manoah, I mean, he's just lights out. So, I mean, that's a guaranteed quality start from him, basically, at this point, if you're going to the postseason. And then Jose Barrios is having the worst year of his career right now, which just is not good.
He has the worst ERA among qualified pitchers.
Yeah, no. Statistically, it's his worst year since his rookie season. It's just bad. Bad. I mean, starting pitching is what worries me, but the bullpen's been really solid. And if those hitters get hot at the right time going into the postseason, I mean, that's a dangerous lineup. Bo Bichette has what's he at? 45 doubles now in the season. I'm pretty sure he's leading the league in doubles. He is, yeah. I mean,
that's right. Okay, Mr. Tampa Bay.
I mean, the Rays appeal, it's getting worse as time progresses, which is the problem. Because basically, our starting pitching looks really nice. You're going to have, obviously, Glasnow just came back this week. You've got, McClanahan, you've got Springs, you've got your rotation is really nice, but the bats are really bad. You can't hit good pitching. It's a problem. You're just hoping to, kind of squeak your way through. You just got to score a couple runs. Hopefully, Randy goes into insane, just insane, and is hitting 400 or something. Bullpen's been very shaky and bad. Fairbanks is still an amazing closer. He hasn't given up a run since July.
Nobody's talking about him.
No. He's fantastic to watch. He's really fun. But Adam, who is their other guy who's just absolutely nails in the bullpen's kind of falling apart. Some of the early bullpen arms are just banged up, not playing super well. So optimism is not super great, but if their starting pitching is, plays how they should, they're at least gonna have a chance. And you just gotta accidentally score a couple runs. That's it.
All right, Owen, you had a point to raise about the Blue Jays and Rays. We're holding court at the moment.
I guess I don't know. I feel like the Blue Jays pitching staff, while obviously not nearly as deep as the Rays, I think the top end is going to be maybe enough to get them through a series. If we're talking 5 games, 7 games, it worries me if they got to stretch it out a little bit, especially because their bullpen's good too, but it's also not super deep. So
Rays just have the advantage in starters if they can survive a longer series. I forgot Rasmussen's name too, because Rasmussen's been really good too, especially against the Blue Jays.
The Rays' whole philosophy, I feel like, is just built to last a longer series than the.
It'll bite them in the ass if they make it deep in the postseason. Though that's the problem.
With the Blue Jays, though, if their starters shit the bed, I mean, you're going to overuse the bullpen trying to win games, which that isn't good either. So I
Yeah,
mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
the Blue Jays need the
Or
starters to
bullpen
come
game.
around.
Like crazy.
You need to win
The
quick.
Blue Jays need the starters to come around come postseason time. I mean, they got what, 2 weeks left, right? Week and a half.
No,
Not even.
like
Basically like a week left, right?
What is it? There's 9
Yeah,
games left,
basically
right?
a week left. There's like 6 games left.
Right.
All right.
yeah, there's 2
They got a
series
week.
left.
Give them a week to figure it out. You know, just give them a
Okay,
week.
one start for everyone.
Yeah.
A little tune up for everyone.
No tune up. Blue Jays are gonna run the postseason. I mean, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure the Blue Jays could beat the Guardians, honestly.
Oh,
Can't
not worried.
outpitch, man.
No, not worried at all.
Sounds like a man that's actually worried. Your eyes tell a different story,
worried.
Brad.
No, not
Yeah.
worried.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I'm telling you, no one's beating the Astros. So
No, this is a pointless
I'm afraid it's
conversation.
a
Because
wrap.
whoever
It's a
wins
race
is
for
going to lose.
second place at this point.
Well, we're just trying to hope somebody can beat the Yankees, so it's an interesting ALCS. Like the Mariners and Astros would be pretty sick.
Yeah, I don't
Be
really
fun.
want to see the Astros Yankees in the ALCS.
Hey, I'm really hoping the Mariners can make themselves a little nice run. I want to see some Mariner postseason baseball.
Well, how much would it suck if it looks like in the wild card round they're going to draw the Guardians? That the first time that they break their 20-year playoff drought, they don't even get a home postseason game because the 3 games would all be in Cleveland.
That's rough.
How
That would be rough.
much would that suck? Also, the Mariners' magic number I think is down to 2, so you could very easily see Dallas Braden have to call the Mariners clinching the postseason for the first time in 20 years because they're going to do it in the Coliseum.
That's true.
That'd be
They
nice.
start that series tonight, don't they?
Yes, so probably just got started a little bit ago. Maybe no, tomorrow night.
Yeah, because
Tonight's
the
Thursday,
A's are
right?
playing the Angels right now.
Yeah, so tomorrow night. Crazy.
This meeting is being recorded.
How do we feel
Thank
about
you.
the National League playoff outlook?
A lot
Really
better.
bad.
Kind of
Brewers
just went
don't
over
make
the
it.
AL.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Any faith in
um,
either of the NL East teams?
Yeah, I mean they play a 3-game set this weekend in Atlanta to
Yeah,
maybe decide the fate of the division. Would it not be
that's gonna be a
hilarious
fun
if the Mets
series.
choke it?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like even if the Mets do win the division, I'm still not sold on them, to be honest.
Well, I would much rather the Braves win the division for the simple fact that the Cardinals move past the first round. They would run into that number 2 seed, which would be the Braves in that case, or my fantasy.
I don't know. The Braves and the Cardinals. The Braves match up pretty well there. I feel.
Oh yeah, but
are you hoping
I'm
for
sorry.
that? Like,
Yeah, well, I don't want to see Jacob deGrom and then Max Scherzer. The Cardinals get shut out by good pitching like randomly, and I don't need that to happen 2 nights in a row.
oh, so you're
That's
okay
true,
with seeing
especially
Spencer Strider then?
He's out.
Wait,
It's
what?
an oblique injury for 15 days. He's out for the end of the season. But then, are you going to trust him to ramp up? His first action would be in that series. What Strider are you going to
I
get?
missed that. Well, I mean,
Yeah, you should maybe watch baseball.
wow, I missed
anyway.
one thing, and yeah.
Yeah, I like my chances with Max Fried, then Charlie Morton, and whoever the hell else, Kyle Miller or Mueller, whatever the hell his name is.
All right.
Bryce Elder, something. Any of them? Insert name. I like that a lot
That
better.
Braves lineup, though.
I'm okay with it.
That
2
Braves
games
lineup.
in St. Louis. The way Quintana's pitching, Montgomery pitched really well against him. We keep the ball in the ballpark. They're a team that does not keep the ball in the ballpark, you know. So trying to take away their biggest strength is a nice touch. I like the way we match up. Even Michaelis, like just the way they pitch and the way they would pitch against the Braves lineup is a lot more favorable. Although the Mets lineup scares me a hell of a lot less. It's just the starting rotation I can't get past. It's like a mental block.
I don't know. The Mets just lack the pitching depth. It's like the same conversation as the Blue Jays versus the Rays.
But I don't need to hear the trumpet song. Game 3. No, it'd be game 2 of the NLDS. And then I've got like Kisner, Edmund, and Brendan Donovan coming in just to get sliced and diced. Yeah. Well, what do you think? Non-Cardinal fans.
I still think the Braves are better, like significantly.
Okay, that's a terrible take.
Significantly.
They don't have 2 MVP candidates in their offense.
Oh, I'm not talking about the Cardinals. I'm talking over the Mets.
Oh.
I still would take them over the Cardinals. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
But
Okay,
I was talking Mets.
You didn't have to clarify that point.
It's a little more reasonable. I think
You were the
Braves
one who
are better than
shoehorned the Cardinals in. Don't give me that.
Come on. I
don't think having 2 MVP candidates in a lineup means anything in baseball, especially postseason baseball.
Oh yeah, 2 of the best offensive players in each league don't make any difference in a baseball game, Brad. Great.
Angels.
Makes a lot of sense. Okay, they have to make a postseason for you to say that they can't function in a postseason game, Brad. They haven't been there in years.
1 or 2 guys do not make a lineup, Bradley. Yes.
Well, you would know because they never made the postseason to find out. So shut up.
Arenado and Goldschmidt, 2 MVP candidates, right? Very good offensively, solid in the field. They're not going to carry the entire Cardinals roster through the playoffs.
Technically, the Angels have never had 2 MVP candidates in the same season. Trout missed most of the year last year, so when Ohtani won it this year, Trout missed a bunch of time. He's not going to be in the conversation. I mean, if you really want
to fuck your technicalities, all right? Listen, 2 guys cannot make a lineup. 2 guys cannot carry a team through the postseason. As much as you wish, it relies on the whole team. All right. So your argument that you'll take the Cardinals because they got 2 MVP candidates over any team.
Postseason, it would be a good team.
Fanboy, shut up. All right. Listen.
Yeah. You just can't make an argument.
You have them. You have them. All right.
How does it feel?
You have them in there. They're not going to win every game in the playoffs for you.
They just need to win most.
How many guys are on the roster? Playoff roster. How many guys?
28, I think, right there.
All right. Yeah. 2 out of 28.
Your point really doesn't matter. I've already walked around all of it here.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, he's fucking got him now. He's got him right where he wants him.
No.
All right. Next week, Goldschmidt and Arenado forget how to hit. Then how's your team looking against any other team in the playoffs?
Okay, anybody can. Okay, it's Austin Riley and Ronald Acuna Jr. forget how to hit. How do the Braves feel?
All right. You take both of those guys out. You take both of those guys out of the equation for either team. Which lineup are you taking? Owen, Joey?
So I guess the Cardinals would have left. They would still have Tyler O'Neill. He was, figures it out. They've got Dylan Carlson, who still got potential to be good. Tommy Edmonds good. I mean, the pitching's intact for both sides, so that kind of cancels out. You got the Braves. They still have Michael Harris. They still have Matt Olson. Still got Dansby Swanson. That's pretty close. I don't know.
I mean, I'm still comfortable taking the Braves, but
I know where you sleep, Joey. Okay. That wasn't a threat. It was a promise.
He knows where you sleep too.
Hey.
No, I don't sleep.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I've had to throw a textbook at you to wake you up before. I don't want to hear that you don't sleep.
I wasn't there for it.
I know you weren't. Jesus.
So the Cardinals are going to the NLCS. Sweet. Great talk.
Yeah, that's exactly what
I'm really glad we figured that out.
Yeah, that was our verdict.
Okay, all I'm saying is if it happens, because it's documented right here that I called it, you have to give me like 5 minutes of I can talk about whatever Cardinal thing I want to.
I think we do that every time.
Yeah, we kind of give you that, like the Make-A-Wish.
I want this to be.
You're a Make-A-Wish Cardinals fan. I've given it to you a couple times this year.
I get the
check the receipts again. I can't wait for. I mean, if the Cardinals somehow play against the Dodgers and Chris Taylor just hits 3 nukes off them again. And,
oh yeah, Chris Taylor's batting like $192 this year.
Dude, he batted $192 last year, and he still demolished
That's not
the Cardinals.
No, Chris Taylor's been really good for like the last 5 years. Besides this year, shut up.
Chris Taylor, postseason Chris, he's like Randy Rosarena. All right, he's there during the season, and postseason happens. No, he always hits in the postseason.
He didn't show up in the CS against the Braves. What was that?
His back hurt. All right.
Chris Taylor gets the one really big annoying hit.
Yes, that's what Chris Taylor does in the postseason.
But not even. I don't know. He's fine.
Disappointing.
He's fine.
Yeah. That's all you can ask of him, really.
You want 5
set
minutes
the bar
to talk about
low.
the Cardinals. We talked about Poole hitting 700. You had like 10 seconds worth of words for that, and you want 5 minutes. You can't even fill 5 minutes for the Cardinals. I mean, what are we talking about?
Don't challenge him because now he's going to do it and sit here for 5 minutes straight talking about the Cardinals.
I can.
He's not getting his chance though, so that's the thing.
I protest. You just hate greatness.
Do what you want.
Okay. You know, Brad, if I had to hop over to Canada and pick a team just so I can make the playoffs for one fucking time, you know, I'd probably be a little salty too.
Salty about what?
A team that's good. You hate the Cardinals because they're good. You hate us because you ain't us. You know, you've heard the old limerick.
No.
Yeah.
What are you
No,
proud
I stand
of?
on this hill. Yeah.
You won the NL Central by what? 5 games?
Well, yeah, because of 5 games in a division is a big deal. Not everybody's the Yankees right now, okay?
All right. I'm just saying.
Yeah, okay. So anyways, Joey Votto retiring at the end of the year? Like, has he confirmed that?
No.
He needs to so bad.
Yeah. He said he's coming back.
There's still money on the table. He's taking it. He's cashing all those checks.
Hey, he's made a great fan at the past few games. If you've seen
the fans in Cincinnati love him, so
yeah. He who bangs. So anything else? We didn't touch. I mean, we hit the greatest moment of the season so far. I mean, there's only one of those.
Actually, second greatest moment of the season. Can I offer something up for you?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
The Cubs have 70 wins.
Yeah.
Remember our conversation about what if the Cubs fuck around and win 70 games this year? In like June, they were still kind of like frisky.
They got 6 games against the Reds to close out the year. 75 is still on the table.
I can't believe that.
Well, then you got to go sign not Corey Seager, Carlos Correa when he opts out, right?
It's gotta be Carlos Correa, Carlos Rodon, both Chicago Cubs. You can book it right now.
Correa called out the Twins today.
What do you say?
I forgot the exact quote, but he's like, they need to offer me my money or I'm opting out, basically. Like, because, you know, his deal is structured to where he has an option at the end of every year. He basically said, all right, come on, give it to me or I'm gone. So, dude is a bag chaser.
That was always what he was going to do, though. He only signed there because he was just biding his time, just waiting for his market to go back up. Waiting for somebody to get desperate and overpay him.
His contract is, I mean, for him, that contract's amazing. For the Twins, I mean, I don't know if that was the best idea, but I mean, they're getting.
Because it was basically just the greatest insurance policy ever for him. Yeah. And for the Twins, it was just, we want one shot with you.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah. And then with the possibility of 2 more shots after that.
I always saw it as a 1-year deal, just with an option of if I get catastrophically hurt, you're going to pay for it.
Mm-hmm. It was, yeah. Can anybody else think of anything great?
I have a guest player. If you just don't have anything else great you want to talk about.
Oh yeah, we can go into that. I got 3 of them for us.
This one we were talking about postseason. I happened to think of a particular pitcher, and then I immediately went to this guy. So, yeah. He came up with the A's in 2000. He stayed with the A's until 2006, where he went to the Giants, and he spent from 2007 to 2013 to the Giants. A's, Giants. 2000 to 2013.
Cain?
Who?
You said Matt Cain?
No.
Barry Zito?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was like, Barry Zito seemed too easy, but I was like, oh, maybe.
Well, I wanted to get. Sometimes I bring in ones that are like long shots. So I thought of Max Fried. Then I'm like, oh, Barry Zito. Oh, that's a guessing player. You know, naturally one does. I think of Max Fried. They're kind of similar if you really want to break it down.
I was thinking Jack Morris for sure.
Oh, that's That would have been a good one. But start talking about the 80s. People are like, who the fuck are these people?
Yeah, it's true. That is true.
I mean, if you want to, the first player I have starts his career in the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
Of course he
Go
does.
ahead.
He's probably a reliever too, isn't he?
No. All right. He started off in 1986 with Toronto, went to the Padres in 1991. Then in 1993, he was traded from the Padres to Atlanta, where he stayed until 1997. Then he went to Tampa, and then in 2001, the Cubs for 2 years, then the Dodgers, then back to Tampa. End his career in 2004.
Fred McGriff.
Yes. It's really easy for you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, so this next one may be another easy one, but the third one may stump you a little bit. We'll see. Next one. Started his career in 1988 with Baltimore. Went to Houston in 1991, Philly in 1992, all the way to 2000. Then he went to Arizona, and then finished his career in Boston in 2007.
JD Drew.
I'm gonna give a little bit of time on this one because I think Owen can get it. This is gonna be one he's gonna pull, but when we watch him do it, it's gonna be like, oh yeah, that's what we like to see.
God, now you're putting pressure on me. All right.
You definitely remember him for his time in the Diamondbacks in Boston.
Yeah.
Mostly, like maybe all of it. You probably didn't even know he pitched before, other than Philly.
All right, hold on. So, is he a position player?
Pitcher.
He's gonna get there.
Arizona. Where was he at before Arizona?
Philly.
Oh.
You can literally just think of the Arizona championship team and the Boston championship team. That's where you know him from.
I know. I got it. Oh, Jesus. I don't know. I'm gonna have to.
Does a bloody sock tell you anything?
I can't think of it.
Kurt Schilling.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not Jesus, Kurt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Jared Krabs' best friend, Kurt Schilling.
Yeah, I forgot that. They did a whole
Right.
interview with him.
The last one I have here, he started his career in 2004 with Detroit, where he was there until 2009. He was on the Yankees from 2010 to 2013. He was on the Mets from 2014.
Curtis Granderson.
All right, that was way too easy for you. Yes. Good.
This is all I'm here for, man. This is all I bring to TouchAllFour. This is all I bring to Earth.
I know it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Joey, Owen, do you have any?
I didn't bring any this time.
Joey?
I feel like Joey could pull some weird guys out of Baseball Reference. Like,
I'm gonna.
I don't know.
This today, I just just wanted to get these some. I don't even know how I thought of these guys, but I'm gonna start trying to challenge you more and more.
that's
I'm gonna
fine.
push your limits, Bradley.
Yeah, you're probably gonna beat me more than you think, but it's okay.
I mean, I'm pretty sure up to this point I've only stumped you twice.
There's been a couple
one-
where Owen has snagged before me. I think Joey had a 2 for 3 week, like one of his first couple podcasts.
Well, I can remember
it's a proud moment for me.
Yeah, he smoked me
I
too.
cherish that
I
moment.
remember being like, man, I couldn't get there.
I know, like, for a fact, like, it happened one time in the show where I stumped you, but the other time was at Sluggo's wedding. You were having me give you guess the players when we were eating cake, and I stumped you. I did. I think
Who's
it
the
was that
cake's fault?
ambidextrous pitcher.
Oh, Pat Vendetti.
Yeah,
Whatever
I
his
think
name
that was the one that stumped you. Or I mean, you had me like just naming them off to you. I think we did like 30
Yeah,
players that night.
I don't remember.
Because we're at a party, and
It's
what
okay.
does Bradley want to do? Guess the player.
Baseball. Baseball.
All right,
Oh.
Bradley, I got one that I think I can stump you on.
Oh man.
If
Now
you want,
there's
if you want to
pressure.
challenge,
Okay.
if you want to challenge, this is the guy that was
Hey.
like just like sort of a decent player, not like anything special. So
This could be tough. Okay.
he played for 8 seasons from 2005 to 2012. He started with the Florida Marlins from 2005 to 2010. He signed with the Red Sox in 2010, who then traded him to the A's. Then he signed with the Reds in 2011, who traded him to the Padres, and then he retired with the Padres in 2012. This used to be one of my favorite players to use in like MLB The Show 2008.
Can you give me those teams again?
What
were the teams again?
Oh, the Marlins, then the Red Sox, and then the A's, and then the Reds, and then the Padres.
Oh, I know this guy. Who would have went?
Your 257 hitter, 65 career homers.
65 career homers. So you liked him because he was a speed guy. And a speed guy in Miami at that time was named Juan Pierre, but it's not Juan Pierre.
No.
Another guy that was this guy a second baseman?
No, he was an outfield.
Okay, he was an outfielder. Oh man. 2010
I
Red
liked him
Sox
because he
team.
threw right-handed and bat left-handed too.
Oh, naturally, as all your favorite players do.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay, Miami, the Red Sox, the Red Sox, the A's. Who would have been mediocre enough?
He was really,
to be
it
on
was more
both
really
teams?
mostly known for the Marlins. All the rest of the teams he kind of bounced around from.
So it's not Lastings Millage.
No.
Okay.
I think I've already done him for Guess the Player.
I think so, and the Nationals would have to be in there somewhere.
Yeah.
If the Cubs were in there, that would be a Baltimore and Chicago thing. It's not Felix PA, and he bats left-handed.
I do love Felix PA though.
Man, I'm trying to cycle through this Marlins team, and they all look the same. Like Luis Castillo looks the same. But he's got a.
I think he may have stumped him.
You would have liked him in 2008, so he would have had to be halfway decent when the Marlins were kind of competitive.
2008 was his best, or arguably his best season. 2007, 2008, 2 pretty good years for him. 2007, he had 296 with 18 homers, 63 RBIs. 2008, he hit 250 with 17 homers and 61 RBIs. Those were only 2 like really good years. He had a pretty decent year in 2009. That's good.
Okay. Man. Can I get one more hint? Something I would know about him? Maybe makes him stand out other than he's a speed guy.
I don't know really. I mean, he was honestly just some random white boy they put out in right field, and
just some random white guy in right field.
Legitimately looking at the Marlins 2008 roster, and I cannot figure out who it is. That makes you feel any better.
Well, that's because this guy. Oh, no. No, the Rays would have to be somewhere in there. Like, it's not Reed Brignac, is it? But never mind.
No, Reed Brignac's pretty sweet, though.
Yeah. I hate this because I'm sure I know him.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get me. I'm not going to get it.
All right. His name's Jeremy Hermida.
He was like Jeremy Haydenbaker. Yes, he batted fifth for him. He was actually kind of a dog.
He was a dog for those couple of years where he was good.
Oh,
He was drafted in the first round straight out of high school.
Man, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
I know. I was just looking through random teams and stuff, and I saw 2008 Marlins, saw Jeremy Hermida. I was sold.
Yeah, that's a great pull. It's a great pull.
all right.
All right.
One of my favorite baseball cards from back in the day. OG Florida Marlins,
I
Jeremy
have
Hermida.
I know I have one too. I remember that for some reason. Maybe you think he'd autograph it? He's probably got like 1,000 Twitter followers. If I just DM
bet,
him,
yeah, I bet if you mailed it to him, he would for sure. I just mail it to him and tell him like this was the first baseball card I ever had. It's you,
oh yeah,
Jeremy
lie to him.
Hermida.
Hey, one more thing. In terms of that, did anybody see the video of Mike Trout like shunning the kids?
Yeah, I
that asked
did.
for an autograph or whatever. Do you know the story about that?
No.
I didn't see or hear.
I
Did you
just
read
assumed
into
they
that?
camped outside his hotel.
So, yes, but there's a guy that's been like a notorious scalper of like autographs. Like he's just one of them dirtbags. Well, he's known for like picking on the Angels, in particular Mike Trout. Like he's had a lot of things signed by him, so he sends his kids up there to get autographs. People recognize this because now they recognize the kids. That's why Trout didn't answer him, didn't like acknowledge him. This guy is sending his kids out to get autographs so he can scalp them on eBay. What a dirtbag! Why didn't we lead with that? That's something I forgot to even mention earlier.
That's bad.
You are a grown man, and that is what you're choosing to do with your life. How do you have kids?
Exploiting your kids for baseball autographs. What the fuck?
It's terrible.
Somebody call DCFS, please. Pronto.
There's an idea.
All right.
Okay, yeah.
My dad's about to get designated for assignment.
Comment. Listen, this is I thought this was a good
read my blog. Closers
read our blogs.
Is.
Read some blogs. Yeah, we'll be back next week, hopefully. Oh, by the way, social. Judge hit 61 homers.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he did.
Not a record. Yeah.
All right. Bye-bye.